Hey, what's up, folks? I'm your local Granite State Squatch, Robbie V, with Bolt Spikes, Brims, and Briars, and I'm here to do another battle. In my last episode, we did a battle of the 8 panels, or the battle of the Newsies, and now we're going to do the battle of the Ivies, or the Flats. Um, yeah, so let's do it. Now, since the kiddo's in bed, I'm having myself a little tasty beverage left over from the previous video that I just recorded. This is a transfusion, the Front 9 transfusion, Link Drinks, vodka, ginger ale, and orange juice, 7%. That's lovely. Very tasty. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, let's get serious. um, so I'm fairly new to the hat world. I mean, kind of, and kind of not. I've been collecting hats like this for a very, very long time. So I've got a bunch of these hats, like motorcycle brands and whatnot. This is a hat from one of the vendors that I pick up freight from, and I pick up freight from them and bring it from Boston to Dallas, Texas. And might I add, they're a pain in the ass to pick up freight from, because literally right in the water and where the dock is, there's usually, you know, port police, and I don't know, people parked in my way, so I can't back in. But anyway, I'm going to quit my bitching and get back to the matter at hand. So when it comes to hats that are not baseball caps, truckers caps, whatever, snap caps, I've always loved flat caps. And when I was a teenager, this girl I was dating, her mother took us to a motorcycle rally. Her boyfriend was a biker, and there was a guy that I guess had gotten killed on a motorcycle, and they did this rally every year to raise money for the family that he left behind. So everybody goes there, and they set up all kinds of tents with merch and stuff, and there's food, and you buy raffles, you go on the ride, you pay for the ride, and a lot of the profits go towards that guy's family. I found this leather, and it might not have even been real leather. It might have been pleather at the time, but I remember, and this was a long time ago. This was maybe not quite 30 years ago, but maybe 27 years ago, maybe 27 years ago. It was a long time ago. And the hat was around $35 to $40 then. So pretty pricey, but I had the money, and I was still a teenager living at home, so I mean, I have to spend my money on anything else except my girlfriend. Saw that hat, and I was like, I need that hat in my life. I need it. And it was a leather flat cap, single panel. And I wore it for years. And then I don't know what happened. I lost it. And I was bummed. And it took me a while to find another one that I liked that was just like it. And I couldn't find a leather one that was just like it for the longest time. And so I ended up with more like I had a mesh one for a while that I used when I worked in the kitchen with my dad. My dad was a cook, and I would work in the kitchen with him. I'd do, prep work and cook pizzas and whatnot. And I had the mesh one, and then I had like a wool one for winter, just a crappy one that I bought at Lids, similar to one of the ones I'm going to show you. So the Ivy caps have been in my life for a very long time, but the Newsboys were the ones that just came into my life recently. I never thought that I would really like a Newsboy. And until I got the Peaky Hat Workman, and I really like the new modern version of it. And then I got the Strakowski Shelby, and then the Stetson Hatteras, and it blew my mind away, and I love that. And I probably like it more than the flat Ivies now. But we're going to look at some of the Ivies that I have right now, and we're going to probably start out with the one that I've had the longest. Yeah, let's do that. All right, don't mind the head. So yeah, this is a true, flat cap wool. I believe this part here is 100% wool, and then the rest of it, the liner is like a viscosity or whatever it is. I don't know what brand this is. It doesn't say anywhere. Yeah, I don't know. But it's got a kind of like a satiny liner. Has an elastic. It's an elastic, sweatband. Bought this at Lids, which I don't know if any of you know Lids at all, but Lids is like a chain hat store that you usually find in the malls, strip malls. And they usually have like a lot of sports caps, college teams, pro teams, stuff like that. But let's try this on. This hat is a little big. It's never really fit me all that well. I couldn't find one in my size, had to deal with this one. And it usually fits me well when I've let my hair grow long and I need the extra room. And it will go over my hair without just slipping and sliding all over the place. So right now, where my hair is kind of thick and curly, it's fitting my head all right. And it looks pretty good. I think this was like $40. And it's a decent hat. It's a decent like dress hat, but I think it's one of those hats that's going to be retired now that I have nicer ones. And I think this one I'll be giving to my brother because this is pretty big. I think this will fit his giant friggin' egg head. So yeah, this one I've had the longest. I've had this probably for let's see, 17 years maybe. 16, 17 years. And then the next one that I've had for quite a while, this is a 6-panel, and this is cotton and polyester from Levi of all places. You can see the little leather badge there. You can read that. It says Levi. Just a cloth liner. This one has probably had the most use. I've probably worn this the most out of all my other hats besides my leather one. And it's just, it's a great little, it's a duck-billed ivy. It is a panel cap, it's duck-billed, but it's cotton, it's lightweight. It's easy to wash if you need to. It fits great, looks great. It's black, so it goes with pretty much everything. And it's been my go-to. And I think this thing was only like 20 or 25 bucks. I don't know. I bought it on Amazon probably over 13 years ago, maybe. I don't know. It was a while ago when I bought it. Yeah. I don't know. It might have been 12 or 13 years. But anyway, it's a great hat. I've worn this at work. This is basically my work hat for the longest time. And then, I would wear this one on my motorcycle because it would just fit great. Putting it on backwards, it just looked like a skull cap. I put it on backwards. So it's a great hat to wear backwards on the bike so the wind didn't catch the brim and have it fly off my face. So Wonderful hat again. And then the next one we got is this is a Stetson, and it's a 6-panel, and it's like a duck, sort of a duck bill, I guess. But 100% leather from Stetson, as you can see. It's got a beautiful flannel sweatband. There is no liner. This is a workhorse of a hat. And I haven't done anything with this hat. I haven't treated it or anything. I haven't done anything with the leather. I've had this for 7 years, and I haven't done anything to it. And it's fine. Works great. It's just a workhorse of a hat, and I love it. I'll never get rid of this hat. This is a, my lifelong hat. It fits great. It feels great. It looks great. It just is developed more and more character over the years that I've had it. And people see me in this hat, they don't think twice, because they probably see me in this hat more than they've seen me in anything else. This is just my go-to hat. This is a wonderful hat, and it's sad that they've discontinued this hat. Look at that badge. Don't ask me what the white spot is. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's bird shit, but I've tried to get it out and I can't get it out. So I don't know what the hell it is. But whatever. Character, right? But I do love that that badge. It's nice. Nice little touch. I love it. I really think that Peaky hat should do something like that, Instead of doing the pins, I think they should just put it permanently in the hat. Yeah, it's just a great all-around hat. I mean, the stitching is beautiful. It's held up over the years. It's gorgeous. There's nothing about this hat that's not just totally awesome. And it doesn't smell. Like, I've worn this so much. It doesn't smell like anything. It doesn't smell like sweat. It doesn't even smell like leather anymore. I don't really smell like anything. So, let's see, what else should we do? Oh, so, funny story. I did not buy this hat. I found it. I found it at a gas station. And I was like, well, mine now. Finders keepers. And it sucks because someone probably really loved this hat and they forgot it. It was on the ground, and I took it home and I cleaned it, and I gave it a new home. I adopted it, and I've been giving it love ever since. So this is a Gottman hat, and let's see if I can, there we go, there's the tag, Gottman. These really cool designs, if you can see in there. I think there's like like a scooter or moped or something? Yeah, there's a moped, there's palm leaves, there's harps, there's looks like a paddle board, there's sailboats, sand castles. Yeah, it's really cool. It's just like it's an anchor. Yeah, it's just everything beach related. And this is like a seafoam green. It's a 6-panel. And it's very, very lightweight. And it fits me perfect. So I lucked out. I found a hat on the ground and it fits me perfect. And I did clean it, so I'm not, wearing somebody's head lice. But I couldn't pass it up. It was a beautiful hat. And Gottmans are not cheap. They're pretty expensive hats. Gottman's been around for a long time. And, linen in general is pricey. So, great hat. Great hat to wear at the beach. Very lightweight. Pretty much goes with anything. It's such a light green. Pretty sharp looking. So there's that one. What collection would be complete without a Boston Scally? I had to get one. I'm not a huge fan of Boston Scally. I don't know why. They're just so gimmicky, and I think it's just because I've been annoyed by the fact that every time I look at a video or whatever online, I see about 30 freaking ads from Boston Scally. But Beaky Hat's getting just as bad, but at least their videos are different, and a lot of them are like the owner's reviews of certain hats, so they're not, they're not like mundane videos. They're good. They're decent. They're well done. Boston Scally Cap. It's the same theme song, and the same guy walking up the street acting like a Boston tough guy, and it gets annoying to me. But I was like, you know what? Screw it. I saw this one. I was like, I really like this hat. I like the patchwork. I don't have a patchwork, so I want one. And it's got some solid colors. It's got some tartan, some sort of plaids. It's got herringbone. I don't know if it's got any houndstooth in this or not. I don't think so. It's got just the herringbone. And yeah, so there's the inside. I don't understand why they do this plastic. I've seen a bunch of reviews from other people that are bald, the people that were balding and they just gave up and just decided to bick their heads. And from what I've heard from them, this thing, when their head gets hot, this actually just sticks to the skin of their bald head. And then I wore it when it was kind of warm, and I'm, my hair's kind of thinning up there too. I mean, it's kind of where I part my hair, but I got some thinning stuff going on there. It's not lovely. It's a good thing I'm 6'3", so people don't see it. But I've noticed that it does stick, that they were right. It does stick to the skin, and that sucks. I feel like, you guys over at Boston Scally, you're making enough money. Why aren't you doing just embossed stitching? Like a lot of the other brands do. Or put a cloth patch in there that's not going to stick to someone's head. But anyway, let's, this is a medium large, and I should have gone a little bit smaller. Is a little too big on me. As long as I'm not going through town on a windy day, I don't really have to worry about it so much. But it's a nice hat. It's fairly comfortable. I like the plaid. It looks cool. This isn't a hat I'm going to wear all the time, but this is a hat I might wear in the fall time, going out to the pub, get something to eat and drink and whatnot. But yeah, it's a decent hat. It's just not my go-to. But Boston Scally's got some cool stuff here and there. They just kind of get annoying sometimes. And they probably won't even see this video, so it doesn't matter. But if they do, my apologies, guys. I don't mean to be a dick. I'm just trying to be honest to, your consumers, because they're going to buy from you anyway, and you guys are already popular, so what does it matter? All right, off to the next one. All right, this is from Swisher Apparel. Now, I have two other hats from them, and they are 8-panel Gatsby's. This is a 6-panel Ivy. This one's called the Buckhorn, and the other ones that I have, it's the Midnight Lichen 8-panel Gatsby, and then the Gamma 8-panel Gatsby. And the things that I didn't really like about them is that they're 58 centimeter. I'm a 57, but there were no other options. I went with the 58, and if you can see a lot of the colors in there, some really cool My favorite color is green. There's some really cool greens in here, and then just like random green stitching, some faded green throughout the hat. It's really cool. I love the patch, the sort of plaid design, but anyway, the Gatsby's, they just weren't fitting my head properly. So they got a bit of a low score. This buckhorn though, this ivy is actually very comfortable, and I could picture myself wearing this quite a bit in the fall. Actually, this is a perfect hat. This is a perfect everyday hat for work in cold weather, because it's a wool blend. It's going to keep my head warm. It fits damn near perfectly. It has a very nice slim profile. It's got the beautiful patchwork on it. Well, not I don't know why I keep saying patchwork. Beautiful like plaid or tartan. This is definitely getting a way higher score than the Gatsby's. I think his Ivies, the guy that I think his name is Todd Swisher. I'm very, very happy with this one. This one's staying with me. My Gatsby's, I think I'm going to gift to my brother. I think he's going to like them a lot. It's going to be nice to see those on his head. I think he's going to rock them. But I'm going to be rocking this one. I really love this hat. And again, this hat can go with pretty much anything. I mean, it's got all the dark colors. You can pretty much wear this with anything you want. It's going to go with nearly everything. Very, very comfortable and very true to size. It's snug. It's very snug on my head. I mean, this is more comfortable than the Boston Scally. I guarantee you I'll be wearing this one more than the Lad. In fact, I'll probably be wearing this more than my cotton one or my leather one. I think come the warmer months in the fall and the winter, I'm going to be wearing this hat most of the time at work. This will be probably my work hat. All right, off to the last two. I saved the best for the last. And then after that, we're going to go through and we're going to rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. All righty. So I got two here, and they're both from Hannah Hats. I've already done reviews on them, but we're going to show them again. These are flat flats. Flat flats. Single panel Donegal tweed. This is a charcoal. And just look at all the white fleck. I mean, this looks like you're going through Small Heath and or Birmingham, and you're going through the factories, and you just got all that char and ash all over your hat. But what's interesting on this, which you can't see in the video, there's obviously a black. It's not a black, it's like a charry ashy black. And then you can see there's white fleck in it, right? But then there's also some very light blue fleck. And then there's some dark blue fleck. And then there's some teal fleck. And then there's bright mustard yellow fleck. And then there's like a dark gold fleck. And then there's red fleck. And it's just, I'm just like, wow. That was not something I was expecting to see, all of these awesome colors. This is just, and you can't, I don't know if you can even see on the video. If you can see on any of those colors at all. I wish you guys could, because it's beautiful. I think some of those reds and the yellows are popping up in that. You can see it on the side. But there's some blue as well, like baby blue. There's some teal. It's just really, really cool. Um, and then look at that liner. That is like rose hip red. That is just a beautiful liner, and it's not satin. It's like a cloth. It looks like it would be satin, but it's not. It's like a cloth, and you can see the Hannah patch. This is the vintage cap, the Hannah of Donegal, Hannah hats of Donegal, and this is the vintage tweed cap. It's Donegal tweed from Irish wool. Let's try it on. Now these kind of flat caps, I do, on the buckhorn, we did a nice curl on this. Just because it helps shape the face and it's more of a sportier cap. It's more of an everyday workman's cap. Same thing with pretty much all the others. I mean, even the Gottman. I mean, you could curl that up if you wanted. Not a big deal, right? The leather one, the cotton one. I think even the Lad maybe. I don't think I curled this one all around. I don't think I curled it at all. I don't know what it's going to look like curled. Yeah, see, that looks cool. I like it curled. These hats, you do not curl. You do not curl them. Leave them flat, or you will take away from the aesthetic of the hat and the way that it was meant to be worn. You do not curl these. It is meant to be worn flat brimmed, and if you don't want to wear it flat brimmed, then I suggest you do not buy one of these. This is, when they call it a vintage tweed cap, they mean vintage. This is an old school vintage style cap. This is a type of hat that they kind of wore on Peaky Blinders. Some of the guys that didn't wear the traditional 8-panel newsboys, and they wore the single panel flat caps, they would wear them like this, very, very wide brimmed. This is not something that I would wear all the time. This is something I would wear, out on a date with my girlfriend. I would, this is what with my wool coat. If I was walking around, let's say I went to like Faneuil Hall, Boston in the middle of winter and it was snowing out, with my wool coat, I would wear this. This would be my go-to for a night like that. So on to the next one. And this is so weird because it's the same hat, but it feels a little bit different. Just the material, and it holds a little bit different, which it leads me to believe, and I think I've realized this now, that nearly all hats, they have their own sort of personality, because especially when you have hats that are not made on an assembly line, they're made by hand. Each hat has had its love in its own way, and so there are little imperfections, but there's perfection within the imperfection, because the imperfection gives it its personality, its character. And so even though the black one that I have and this green one that I have are technically the same cap, they feel different, and they wear a little differently, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. But again, this is the vintage tweed cap, Donegal tweed wool, from Hannah Hat of Donegal, and this is just, it's like a sea moss green, and it's got tons of there's black fleck in there, there's white, there's teal, there's a very bright blue. I don't see any yellows or reds. So I would say blue, teal, green, obviously, different shades of green, and then there's white, and then in black. So they call it a salt and pepper fleck. Actually, I see some red. I actually do see some red, and I just caught a couple pieces of gold. That's really, really cool. And it's weird. It's like treasure hunting. You're just looking at this cap and you're just seeing all the different really beautiful flecks of color. And it's very interesting. It's a whole new world in the world of fabrics. And the weird thing about it, and not to go off on a tangent, but my ex-wife was very into fabrics. Her mother worked for a fabric place, and she was, I guess you'd call it a seamstress or whatever. But my ex knitted quite a bit. Her mother knitted. They're both obsessed with fabrics and putting clothes together and whatnot. And I never had any interest in any of it until I embarked on the journey to the hat world and started learning about the different types of wool and the different types of stitching designs, and learning about Harris tweed and how it's protected by the British Parliament. I mean, that was like, wow, that's really cool, actually. I mean, my girlfriend told me I'm a nerd because of it, but whatever. I don't care. At my age, I don't give a shit about being a nerd. Let's take a look at the inside of this. This is really cool. It's like almost like a rose gold. I don't know if that shows up in the picture at all in the video. It's, from my angle, it's almost like a rose gold. It's gold, but there's a little hint of like pink. You can see their patch. They have a beautiful patch. It's very nice. And it's made of fabric. It's not like the lad with a piece of plastic there. It's actual fabric. And this is a medium and crafted 100% wool. And made in Donegal, Ireland. All of these are handmade in Donegal, Ireland. They have their own factory there where they make these by hand. I can't wait to go because I would love a tour of the place. Let's put this hat on. This one, I love to just pull this off to the side just a little bit on this one. And this is what I was saying about how this one wears differently. First of all, when you go on the website and you order a hat, they don't give you the centimeters or whatever. They just say, small, medium, large, extra large, whatever. And I was really worried because some of the mediums are actually like a 58 and I'm a 57. So I'm worried. I'm like, if I get a medium, there's a chance that they might not fit me right. Well, these fit me perfectly. It literally is like a nice motherly hug to my head. And I love just pulling this over just a little bit, and it just looks cool. It's just really cool. And I love this hat in this color. And again, this can go with pretty much anything. And I could wear this with my black wool coat, and I could walk the streets of Boston or whatever, and look very refined and sharp and classy. And this is just a gorgeous hat. And I recommend it. 100%. 100%. If you're going to get a hat, if you want to get any kind of hat, a newsboy, a driving cap, like a vintage tweed flat cap like this, single panel, go check out Hannah Hats of Donegal, because they have been around since, I believe, 1924. I think Strakowski's been around since 1926. Hanna's been around since 1924, and it's family, just like Strakowski. It's family owned and operated. And but I have a love of Ireland, and the fact that it's been in Donegal for all this time, and it survived so much. I just love it, and they're, you know, one of the top tier hat makers right now. I mean, there are places like Lock and Co, you know, and other companies that have been around longer or whatever. But as far as quality goes, I mean, they're just this is high end stuff, and their prices really aren't even that bad. I mean, I'd say Stetson is probably steeper than Hanna. I think this hat right here went for maybe a little bit over $100, 101, 102, or something like that. Same thing with the black one. Well worth the money, every cent, every cent. So, all right, let's get down to it, folks, and let's do our ratings. Well, when we talk about what hats could I go without, I could go without the Lad. Okay. I could even go without the Gottman. You know. I could go without this, you know, no name brand wool hat. Honestly, this Levi, this has cut me through a lot of days of work. So this is just sentimental. This has got to stay. This buckhorn is going to be my new workhorse. Come the fall and winter, this is going to be my workhorse. I'm going to be wearing this all the time. Just a great hat. This stays on the table. My leather one, oh, come on, this one's going nowhere. Where this one might get semi-retired because I'll be wearing the goat suede, but I mean, this hat's a brawler. This is a brawler. This is the kind of hat that I'll be wearing when I go into a biker bar. This ain't no fucking pansy ass pussy bullshit. This is a fucking brawling hat, man. This hat's got fucking 20-pound balls in it. This stays. And of course, the Hannas stay. They're not going anywhere. All right, so let's start off with the hats that I don't mind leaving. What would I give this hat? Well, I honestly, even though I've had it for as long as I've had, I haven't really worn this hat a whole bunch. I've only really worn this for special occasions, special nights out when I had my wool coat on, but I'm not fond of this hat because it is just way too big. If it was a little snug, I probably would have worn it a lot more because it is wool, but it doesn't have any kind of quilting in it, so it doesn't really do much as far as keeping your head warm. So I would give this probably I don't know, I'd probably give it maybe a 6 out of 10. And then the Gottman, you know, I found this, I didn't buy it, but I've worn it during the summer and it was very comfortable. It was nice going to the beach and having some cover, but not having my head sweat so much. It's nice. It's not something I wear all the time. It is a little loose, so I get to dock some points off it, but I'd say this is a good, maybe, 7.6, 7.7, maybe. I'd say 7.7 for this hat. Yeah. The Lad, you know, what did I give the other hat? I think I gave the wool hat, what was it? Did I give that a 5? I think I gave that a 5. I'll give this one a 6. Okay, so we got a 5, and then we got a 6, and then the Gottman over there is what we do, 6.7. We're gonna do a 6 on this, only because it is a little loose. It's not too true to size. and I'm not very fond of the company. So, but ultimately, I do like the patchwork. So, let's do fuck it. Let's do a 6 point. Do a 6.5. Yeah, the Gottman 6.7 only because I don't really wear it that much. So we got a 5, 6.7, and a 6.5. This hat, I mean, come on, Stetson, it's leather. I've had it for forever. It's not going anywhere. This is a freaking brawler hat. This is a 10 out of 10. It fits me like a glove. There's nothing about the hat that I don't like at all. It's snug on my head. It's not loose. It's super, super comfortable. I can wear it all year round. I can wear it in the summertime just as much as I can wear it in the wintertime. And I've never treated it, and it looks great. So 10 out of 10 for sure. Whoa! Wipeout. Oh boy. That was a wipeout, huh? All right. And almost gonna wipe out again. Let me fix this. All right. There we go. That's better. All right. So the Levi, the cotton one. I don't know if this is denim. I think it's just like cotton. 6-panel. This has been a workhorse. This has been every day going to work for years. I mean, I've probably put 1 million miles in the rig in this hat, you know. So this just gets, badassery points just because it's lasted this long. It's been cheap. It's from freaking Levi, for Christ's sake, but it's getting mad points. Is this like a 10? No. But it's lasted a really, really long time, and it was cheap, and it's from Levi, which Levi's been around for a very long time. The only thing is, it's made from like polyester and cotton, and it's made in China. So, but still, I'm going to give it an 8. It's going to get a pretty decent score. It's going to get an 8. All right, then we got the Swisher Apparel Buckhorn. This one's going to be my new workhorse. This is the one I'm going to be wearing during the winter. There's no doubt about it. I mean, this is just, this is a workhorse. Because a lot of my other ones are so expensive that I don't want to wear them and possibly have them get ruined. And this is the perfect price, $45. Where if this ruined, I'm not going to get that sad about it, but at the same time, I'm still going to love this hat. And if it ever did get ruined or I lost it, I would definitely miss it because it is a great hat. I think it's beautiful. It's different from most things that I've ever worn with this kind of pattern, but it fits my head beautifully and super comfy. And I'm thinking it's going to really keep my head warm. And I think this will kind of, help protect my head from snow and all that. So what I give the Levi an 8. I think I'm going to give this an 8.7. I think I'm going to give this an 8.7. Yeah, teetering on a 9. Yep, for sure. And then we've got the black one of the Hanna vintage tweed. And I do love this hat. It's so beautifully made, and it's so beautifully made. It's perfect in every way. And it's very comfortable and fits my head very snugly. I'm not going to give this a 10. And the only reason why I'm not going to give it a 10 is because I got to dock points off because of the fact that I can't wear it all the time. That's the only reason. Other than that, craftsmanship is a 10. The artistry is a 10. The design is a 10. The comfortability is a 10. The appearance of it is a 10. Everything about it is a 10, but we're going to deduct a few points off of it because of the fact that I can only really wear this if I'm going to go somewhere nice, meaning I'm not going to get much time in this hat whatsoever. So we're going to do a 9.6. Okay, 9.6. And then we've got the Hannah hat in Seafoam Green. Let's see, we said 9.6 for the black one. This one, I think I could wear more often than the black one. And it's, I don't know why, it's just a snug more comfortable, and I like the color just a little bit more. And I love the fact that I can kind of flop this one over. I can't really do it so much with the black one. Again, each hat has its own little personality. I just tend to favor this hat more for some reason. So where that one got a 9.6, this one's going to get a 9.9. And it's only going to get a 0.1 point difference because I won't be able to wear this all the time, which I would want to wear it all the time. The leather one, I give it a 10 out of 10 because I can wear that wherever, whenever. I can wear it in the summer. I can't wear this in the summer. My head would roast. My leather one I can wear because it breathes well. So 9.8, 9.9 for this one. And on that note, we're going to put the 10 out of 10 back on because it's my brawler. It's my brawler, man. It's my brawler hat. I love this hat. Can't go wrong with a Stetson. Anyway, folks, that is the end of the battle of the flats, the Ivies, whatever you want to call them. I appreciate you guys sticking it out. It's been a little over 45 minutes. So if you stuck it out through the video, I commend you. I hope I entertained. I hope I was informative. I hope I gave you some sort of idea of what you want to get next. And if you have any questions, you can message me through here. You can drop a comment below if you like. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell too if you want to be alerted for, when I do new videos. I've got a few more hats coming, so there's going to be a few more things being reviewed. And then I think we're going to take a break from hats before my girlfriend kills me. And we're going to do some other stuff. The name of the channel, right? Bullets, Bikes, Brims, and Briars. We've been doing a lot of brims, but we haven't been doing a lot of bikes or bullets or briars. So, you can go back in some of my other videos to look up some of the gun reviews that I've done. I might do some shorts. It's just in some of the pistols that I have. I have a friend of mine who's a gun nut. I'm going to try and get him on this channel so we can talk firearms, because that's one of my other passions along with motorcycles. And then hopefully do some conversations by the fire while I'm smoking out of my briar. And maybe we can talk about briars and different types of pipes. Petersons are my favorite. 7Ls are awesome too. Talk about the different types of tobacco out there. I do not smoke cigarettes. Very rarely smoke cigars, but I love pipe tobacco. I love how it's a very solitude type or solitary type activity. And it's great for just meditation and contemplation. So yeah, we're going to get more into that type of stuff. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hope I was informative. And we'll see you on the next one. So, hey, cheers. Have a great night.